Good morning. This is Coach Micheal Burt. How you guys doing this morning? It's Thursday morning, July, 12, 13. I believe everybody needs a coach. I believe a good coach can change everything for you. And I believe we need coaches in life, especially during hard times. We need technique. We need strategy. We need mindset. We need pray drive. We need push. We need somebody to help us fight through our fears. Andre, we need somebody to help us fight through our fears. And that's what a good coach does. Is a good coach helps you extend. I remember David Farrar was a great basketball coach at Middle Tennessee State University. And Tony, he used to say, we all have limits. We all have limits. A good coach helps you expand or extend beyond those limits. So this morning I want to talk to you about a concept called fantasizing versus catastrophizing. And it's how do you live in creation versus catastrophe. And if you're out there trying to do something big in the world, there's obviously a lot of news, there's a lot of negative, there's a lot of things for you to focus on every day. So it's very easy to wake up and have your mind go to really negative places, right? And become a very negative person. And because that's the way the world is, man. The world wakes up and it focuses on the negative. The brain wakes up and it focuses 3 times more on the negative than it does on the positive. So this is called fantasizing, Derek Fossey, where you have a vivid imagination of what is possible. And you can clearly see it in your mind. And some of you have a very vivid visualization. You can see it. You dream about it. You think about it. You've gone there in your mind, and that's what's called a mental construct. And then you roll into the week, and it doesn't quite go the way you wanted it to. You don't quite get the results you want. You don't get the outcomes you want. You don't get the answers you want. And you quickly go from that mental construct of fantasizing to catastrophizing, which is where you just go to negative town, man. You just go to negative town. And Tama said, I need to become a better dreamer. Some people need to get better at the visualization. They need to get better at the fantasizing. But here's the problem with fantasizing, is it almost always sets you up for disappointment. Because you go there in the mind, Justin Stark, right? And you want to go there in the body, but it just doesn't quite work out the way you thought. Life hits you. Life knocks the shit out of you, as Story would say. You get some negative. And what happens is you got to go back to creation. Now, this is very important. I believe you're at your best when you are in creation mode. You're at your best, Daniel Hodges, when you're in creation mode. Creating what? Opportunity. Creating positive energy. Creating a relationship. Creating creativity. Creating direction. So remember this. People are confused. They have confusion. They have feelings of isolation. And they have feelings of powerlessness. To be really valuable to another person, you bring them what Sullivan would say, leadership. You bring them direction to their confusion. That's leadership. You bring them connection to their isolation, and you bring them creativity to their powerlessness. You get creative, and sometimes the fear forces you to be creative. So the question becomes, how do you handle the fear when it comes into your life? Do you go negative? Do you quickly go negative? Do you stay in a negative place? Or can you get yourself back into creation mode and where you are creating? Because that is where you are at your best. Everybody has anxiety. Think of worry, anxiety, and fear as all people from the same family. Starts with worry, right? Moves into anxiety, right? Ends up in fear, which is a negative emotion created by a belief that something's going to harm me. It's so easy to go negative today, folks. And I'm going to encourage you to stay in creation versus catastrophe. Catastrophe is taken it to the worst possible scenario. Life is going to end. It's going to be terrible. You're going to lose everything you have. It's not going to work out. You're going to go dead broke. There's a way to use that, Garrett Smith. There's a way to use that fear to stay in creation. But the mindset of spending and some people, when they're upset or they've had pain in their life, they do 3 things. They meditate on it, which means they stew on it. They just sit and stew. They live in it. They think about it. They can't quit thinking about it. Some people motivate it. They become workaholics, right? Some people become workaholics as a result of the pain they have in their life. And some people motivated. Some people motivated, workaholics. Some people meditated, which is try to escape from it. Some people marinate in it. Okay, so you got to make up your mind when you wake up in the morning, you're going down a negative road. It's probably not going to be a good thing for you. Okay, you're not going to give off the impression of increase. You're not going to get the results you want. You're not going to have the creativity you need because all of your thoughts are consumed. Thank you, Steve. All of your thoughts are consumed with that catastrophe. So stay in creation versus catastrophe. And if your mind goes to negative town, replace that thought with a positive thought and start thinking about creating. Pick up the phone and call somebody. Be an encouragement. Follow up with somebody. Be engaged with somebody. Lose yourself in service to another person. This is really what gets you out of the catastrophe mode. So let's have a great day. I'll be out at the lodge doing the Micheal Burt School of Speaking, Coaching, and Writing. We've got a great group of people coming in. I'll be in St. Louis tomorrow. We got the kids' school on Saturday, Success School, where we're teaching habits of the top 1%. And this will be one thing that will be very valuable to teach kids, man, how not to go negative. If you're a negative person by nature, and a lot of us are, if you're a negative person by nature, then you got to really work at this one, folks. Stay in creation versus catastrophe. All right, you guys have a great day. It's going to be a great Thursday. Love you. Appreciate you.
Before I get started, there is one very important question I have to ask you.
Coach Micheal Burt, Monster Producer Academy CEO. He's a personal friend of mine.
What good is it to have knowledge with no desire? What good is it to have desire with no skill? What good is it to have knowledge and skill with no confidence?
A big part of activating your prey drive is finding and refining your talent. This is something that helps you get to the next place.
People are made up of 4 parts: a body, a mind, a heart, and a spirit.
You need to know you, and then you need to have an awareness, and sometimes you don't even know what you need.
So all 4 parts of our nature have to be clicking. Your hard skill solves my problem. The bigger the problem, the more money people will pay to solve it.
Everything is valuable to your future. What I'm really paying you for is your past.
A monster producer combines multiple skills to dominate a market.
When you get to wake up every day and do what you love doing, man, it is hard not to be motivated.
They think at a higher ordinance than everybody else. They want to create new things.
I have a conviction about me, and that's the conviction that you feel when I talk, when I speak. It comes across as passion. You got to learn how to connect to another person at such a deep level that it moves them. You have goals, you have targets, but you don't have a sense of urgency.
They're going to exchange money, energy, they're going to raise capital, they're going to start new businesses, there's going to be joint ventures.
I think your purpose finds you. It is activated. The word activate means to initiate. Discipline, which is a derivative of the word disciple, which means to give yourself to a person or cause you believe in. Do you believe in your future, yes or no? When we know better, we do better. Finding the problem that you are uniquely qualified to solve, and you don't know what problem you really solve for whom, then there is no big financial exchange right there. You should leave here thinking bigger today than when you came. And I want to shake your hand and look you in the eyeball when you make this decision. Thank you. We'll see you in the back. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.